All right, so another mock meet is upon us. A mock meet is a squat, bench, and deadlift test. So the numbers that I hit today are nowhere near what I'm going to hit in the meet, but the point of doing a mock meet is so that you're prepared for a meet, because this mimics a meet. The difference is that instead of doing 1 rep maxes, I do triples. So I do not a single heaviest that I can do rep in the squat, in the bench, and in the deadlift, but I do 3 increasingly heavy squats, benches, and deadlifts week to week to week leading up into a meet. It's what we call peaking for a meet. Every week you're lifting a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then once you reach the end of a cycle, so I'm doing 3 8-week cycles, so I'm in the second 8-week cycle. Once I reach the end of the 8 weeks here, which I've got 4 more weeks to go, then I back it and I go back down to lower weights and do another 8 weeks. And hopefully by that time we'll be having some powerlifting meets that I can sign up for. Getting these hips to open up, sitting in the hold. The mission is to be able to sit down there without any assistance. Although I do like grabbing the barbell up ahead. It helps stretch out my lats. It gives me a decent stretch there, which helps me get under the barbell. So that's a nice little warm up. But the other ones, the mission is to be able to just sit and squat in that hole, ass to grass, and be comfortable and be able to sit there for a minute. And that's coming along nicely. My knees are recovering very nicely from the sprinting that I've been incorporating, and that's very nice. I've got some sore tendon behind my knees, but that's just because I've been asking my knee tendons to sprint. But it's not a painful soreness, it's just I'm back to sprinting soreness. But even that is going away quite nicely, so I have no complaints about that. The effect on my weight has been very, very nice. And considering that I'm eating 1 to 2 meals a day, and every single day I'm eating an enormous amount of fruit salad in order to keep my gut clean, my body is loving having a gut that is not constantly filled with food. That is wonderful, wonderful news. And I'm getting all the nutrients that I can get out of my vegetables, out of my fruit, out of the red meat, out of the chicken, out of the fish. I have changed a little bit from the mindset of the snake dieter that I was, where it was just strictly meat, and roots and maybe a salad here or there. No, I eat everything around the clock now, and I'm working on balancing this diet so it can be a sustainable way to live. But I would not ever tell anybody to not do the snake diet. Never, ever would I tell anybody to do that. That snake diet, if you guys have forgotten, was the thing that made it possible for me to care for my dying mother and father. That gave me everything that I needed to make it through that tough time in my life. Gave me the mental and the spiritual strength, and it leaned me out. And I'll never, ever talk bad about the snake diet. So if you're thinking that one day you're going to see a post where I badmouth the snake diet, think again. Now,
2 for the lady, 3 for the lady, 4 for the plane, 5 minutes of fun, this ain't no job. So pull your bottom off the tree stump. Ladies real pretty, city to city, but now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Then you fake it, you're ready for the neighborhood tour. Say MCE, don't even try to be. When you come up to speak, don't even lie to me. You like to exaggerate, dream and imagining. Then change the rhyme around that can aggravate me. So when you see me come up freeze, or you'll be one of those 7 MCs. They think that I'm a new jack, but only when they do that. They will think wrong, but baby, you can't do that style that I'm doing. They might ruin patterns and paragraphs based on doing. Your heartbeat DJ, if anything he play sound familiar, I'll wait till you say play him. So I'ma have to diss and bro, you can get a smack for this. I ain't no joke.
All right. So those last two sets felt really good. Depth was hit. Again, got to get that first rep. Got to smash that below, but I felt like I smashed it. So, but I'm getting better at hitting that first rep. Well, look, my flexibility doesn't allow ass to grass, but almost near ass to grass, which is well below legal depth. So, first time, every time is what I need to do without question, and I'm working on that and getting better at it. But all these reps, 325 for 2 sets of 4, all these reps were definitely deep. And I got a little leg pump there because I didn't let the time under tension cease, if that makes any sense. I know that makes sense to you, Coach, but for those of you watching, I did not pause at the bottom or pause at the top. I just kept moving like a piston, which really gave me a decent leg pump. And these I slowed down a little bit. Not because I was tired, actually, very refreshed today. But these, I just I said, look, man, don't do the last set like this one. It wasn't that I was like, get serious. It was just, I don't think I should squat like that. But that's how I was feeling, though. Yeah, right. So I banged the J hook there because I was, I wasn't on the right spot of the damn bench. So I got to slide down and get that barbell directly over my eyes. And as we see, miraculously, there's no problem there. But the bench is feeling really good. Bench, again, it's feeling really awesome. Things are feeling really light today on the bench. Very happy, very pleased with the bench today. I would have liked to have had a much faster 250 for a triple, but they're all paused. And in my mind, Coach, as I was taking the top set 250 for 250 pounds for 3 reps, I was giving myself the press commands. Well, 225 coming back to that 315 is this weight for a champion. So approaching that 315 number really nicely, and I'm going to hit that before you. Now, here's the thing for you guys, man, who train with weights. You got to discipline yourself to do things the same way every single time, and for the most part, that's what I do. There's about a 7% tighten up I feel that I need to do, maybe 8, maybe 10. Coach probably say 10. I feel there's a 7% tighten up on things, and that's my setup and walk out and unrack, and the way I set up to the barbell when I deadlift. But I don't want to be so meticulous that I get in my own head. When that adrenaline's rumbling, it's hard to contain it. But today, deadlifts felt really good. When I'm hopping off the floor there, I know that the body's feeling primed and ready. See, when my feet are almost coming off the floor on my first set, I know that it's going to be a decent deadlift day. Now, with the top set here, I've worked up to a 525 for a triple, and it came off really nice, but that lockout was slow. So I don't know if I need to do heavier demos. I don't know if I need to do rack pulls. I know as I lose more weight, my leverages will get better. So, but yeah, I'm slow right there. So let's see where I'm slow here. I'm usually fastest off the floor. I've got a good fast off the floor pull. Yeah, and right there, right at the knees. Yeah, right at the knees. Here's the second one. Yeah, that second one was decent. Little pitch, a little yaw there, but here's number 3. And that, right there, I need to not ever have any slowdown in the lockout, because they'll call you for that shit. They'll say that you ramped it, or that you what do they call it? You ramp it or you hitch it. And I got called for a hitch on my last deadlift attempt, and that pissed me off because I know I didn't hitch it. So you've got to be able to just open up that lift clean, bang, be done with it. Okay, all right. So that's what we need to work on. Is that lockout? It's hardcore work. 65-pound dumbbells are not moving as fast as I would like them to move, but they're moving a whole hell of a lot faster every week. So I'm going to use these, and I've got my eyeballs out for some dumbbells that cost $5 trillion, or some weight plates. That's going to cost $1 billion. But anyway, that's a bitching right. Alright, so I jumped up 10 pounds on my skull crushers and curls, and I've got 100 pounds. User bar, and I would master this. So it's all super. And you guys, thanks for tuning in to another edition of this training vlog. And I guess today I do have my training vlog. It's the only thing that I'm new to say about the shit. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, man. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. Stay sane. And see you later. All right.